140, and the location is Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. Let me now use the Tor browser to connect to the same website, whatismyipaddress.com, and let us see what IP address is showing up on the screen. If you notice, the IP address that is showing up on the screen is very different. It is 69.64.39.206, and if I scroll down, instead of Mumbai, Maharashtra, India as the location is the middle of the ocean. So the police will have no clue as to what is going on. The police does not now know which country's police to contact. So that is the beauty of Tor. It really helps you to pretend to be in some other part of the world. It helps you change your IP address. It helps you also access unblocked websites on the internet. Now, another great thing about Tor is that imagine in the middle of an attack, you're bored of your identity and you want to change your IP address. Or you're scared that the police is going to be able to trace you back, so you want to take an additional precaution by constantly changing your IP address. So all you got to do is click on this Tor button in the Tor browser and select New Identity. And within a few seconds, if you notice, the Tor browser closed and started again, and it has basically re-established a brand new connection for me. So if you notice, now my IP address is a third IP address. But once again, my location is in the middle of the ocean. So Tor is absolutely amazing if you want to keep changing your IP address and make it extremely difficult for the police to actually trace you back. So if you implement these 4 simple things, then committing a perfect computer crime is extremely, extremely easy. Now Tor is absolutely amazing, which is why a lot of companies and colleges have actually started blocking Tor. So what can you do to unblock Tor if your system administrator has blocked it? There are 2-3 things that you can do. First of all, you can change the name of the exe file. So if you go to the Tor folder, that is the folder where Tor has been installed, you'll see that the name of the file is start Tor browser. But essentially, if your system administrator wants to stop you from using this file, they can actually blacklist this particular file name, so that starttorbrowser.exe file will not be allowed to run. So you can actually right click on it and rename it to any file name of your choice, and it will still run. So that's the beauty of Tor. So that's one quick way of running Tor even if it has been blocked by your system administrator. The second thing that you can do is you can change the port number being used by Tor. So to change the port number being used by Tor, you gotta go to the preferences, or actually you gotta go to the network settings within Tor, and you can actually specify that this computer goes through a firewall that only allows connections to certain ports. So you enable that option, and you can specify some of the port number over here, which will basically allow you to run Tor through the allowed port number, as opposed to a port number that has been blocked. Because Tor uses a particular port number and your system administrator could easily block it. So you can actually enable this option and enter all those ports that are allowed in your network by a system administrator, and then Tor will only use those ports to establish the connections for you. So that's another way of unblocking access to Tor. The third way of unblocking access to Tor is the most advanced way, which is by adding bridge relays to Tor. So how do you add bridge relay? So you open up the Tor browser, click on the Tor button and go into settings, and you can enable this option which says that my ISP blocks connections to the Tor network, and then you can either select this option which says connect with the provided bridges, or you can select the option which says enter custom bridges. Now, bridges are essentially, new ways of connecting to the Tor server. So to get the bridges, you have to basically just go open your browser and connect to bridges.torproject.org. bridges.torproject.org. So let me try to connect to this website. So when you go to bridges.torproject.org, you'll be given access to certain bridges information, which you can then enter into your Tor software, and you'll be able to then unblock access to Tor if it has been blocked by your college or company server. And typically when you open up your browser and connect to that website, you'll basically get, you'll be shown a web page like this, and just copy each line and paste it into this portion in the Tor network settings option. As simple as that. And the next time you start Tor, it would have been unblocked. So that's how you can actually gain access to additional bridges. Another thing that you can do is using a Gmail or a web-based email account like Hotmail, Yahoo, etc. You gotta send an email to the following email address: bridges@bridges.torproject.org, and in the body or the subject of both of the email, you can type get bridges. So that will ensure that within a few minutes you'll get a reply, and within the reply you'll get the bridges information as it has been shown on the screen right now. So you copy that and paste it into Tor, and it will unblock access to your Tor network. So if you look at the screen, this is bridges.torproject.org, and you got to click on bridges in the step 2, and then it will allow you to download the bridges information from there as well. The connection is a little bit slow today, so I'm not going to wait for it to show up because the screenshot I've already shown to you as well. So we have discussed a variety of different proxy servers. Typically, there are two main types of proxy servers. You have SOX proxies and HTTP proxies. So what is the main difference between HTTP and SOX proxies? HTTP proxy servers are proxy servers that allow you to bypass filtering mechanisms and access blocked content. They typically use the HTTP protocol or port 80 to unblock access to your favorite websites. For example, anonymizer.com or .ru is a great example of an HTTP proxy server. SOX proxy servers allows you to again do the same thing, bypass filtering mechanisms, hide your IP and access blocked contents, but at the same time you can use SOX proxy servers to access any kind of content. You're not restricted to just HTTP traffic, you're not restricted to just websites. You can access any kind of applications like email, browsing, FTP, and so on. For example, Tor. Tor is a great example of a SOX proxy that allows you to access any kind of data. One of my favorite proxy servers or proxy software is a tool called multi-proxy. Multi-proxy allows you to keep changing the proxy servers that you're using within the same internet session. So imagine that you're trying to hack into some website, you get bored of your IP, or you're very scared that the government will trace you back. Then you can use a software called multi-proxy that allows you to keep changing the proxy server that you're using and also connect to multiple proxy servers in the same internet session. And you can actually enter the list of proxy servers into this software multi-proxy from the website samair.ru/proxy that we had discussed earlier in today's lecture. Another great software is SOXchain. SOXchain allows you to connect to multiple proxy servers one after the other. So imagine creating a chain of 10 different proxy servers one after the other, which makes it extremely, extremely difficult for the police to actually trace you back. So what I just described of a chain of proxy servers is actually another term for it is proxy bouncing. So the main difference between proxy servers and proxy bouncing is the fact that in a proxy server you have only one proxy server between you and the internet. In proxy bouncing, you are bouncing off multiple proxy servers between you and the internet, and you're also changing the proxy servers that you're using within the same internet session, which makes it all the more harder for the police or the government to actually trace your real identity. Another software that allows you to perform proxy bouncing in the same internet session is Proxy Fire. All of the tools that I'm mentioning today to you are available as a free download on the internet. Just do a quick Google search and you will be able to download these tools onto your computer. Another one of my all-time favorite tools is a software called UltraSurf. UltraSurf actually is kind of like Tor. It allows you to surf the internet anonymously. It encrypts your connection, hides your IP address, and even blocks your allows you to unblock access to blocked IP addresses pretty easily. So let me actually give a demonstration of UltraSurf to all of you. UltraSurf is available as a free download on the internet. So let me quickly try and open it up. So if you notice, UltraSurf is now opening up on my machine. It says contacting the server, successfully connected to the server. So UltraSurf, as compared to Tor, does not come with its own proxy. UltraSurf allows you to continue to use your favorite proxy server, but the only difference is on the right hand side bottom corner of your proxy server, there will be a lock button. The moment you see the lock, it means that your connection is secure. So let me now test it out. Let me go to whatismyipaddress.com and see whether UltraSurf has managed to hide my IP or not. And if you notice, it successfully has. Because what is my IP address? It is showing my IP address as 65.49.14.167, which is obviously different from my real IP. And if you look at the location, I'm in Catalonia in Spain. I'm obviously in Mumbai. I wish I was in Spain, but right now I'm in Mumbai, which is why UltraSurf has worked. UltraSurf has successfully managed to change my IP, change my location, and I don't even need to use a separate browser. I can go into options, and there are various different options that you can play around with. You can change the port number that it uses to help you communicate with websites outside your network, so that in case your IT administrator is using some kind of firewall to block your UltraSurf software, you can unblock UltraSurf and continue to use it. And whenever you're ready to exit, of course, if one connection doesn't work, you can always switch to another. So that there are 3 different alternate servers available. So now that I've changed to the second server, I can always refresh, and both the servers seem to be in Spain. But I have, if you notice, changed my connection. So similarly, you can change it to a third connection if you want. And once you're done, you can exit from UltraSurf as well. And once you exit, the lock icon from the right bottom corner of your screen will actually disappear. If you notice, this is the bridge, the Tor bridges that have been displayed. You need to copy these characters down, and only then it will allow you to view the bridges. So it's a pretty straightforward process, which we had skipped earlier because of the slow connection. So anyways, I think all of you get the whole idea. UltraSurf is fabulous. It's extremely fast, extremely effective. It's just like Tor, allows you to hide your IP, access blocked websites, encrypts your connection, hides your location, and of course anonymous browsing. So we have seen a variety of different ways in which you can unblock access to your favorite websites in today's lecture. We have seen how to use proxy servers. We have seen how to use web-based proxy servers. There is HTTP proxy servers. We've also seen how to use SOX proxy servers. We've also seen how to establish a chain of proxy servers. We've also seen how to keep changing your proxy server. Let us now discuss a brand new technique or a completely different technique, a method of anonymous browsing on the internet, which will not only make hide your IP, hide your location, it will also ensure that you can continue to access all your favorite blocked websites on the internet. A VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It is a group of computers connected together privately through a public network like the internet. Usually VPN services give you an encrypted, secure, and anonymous communication channel. And one of my favorite VPNs is HMA VPN, which is Hide My Ass VPN. So VPN network essentially is something like a proxy server, but it's usually more professional, faster, and it gives you all the benefits of a proxy server. And along with Hide My Ass VPN, there are other popular VPN services which I like to recommend to all of you. You have IP Vanish, you have Strong VPN, Box VPN, 12 VPN, Go Trusted VPN, and so on. I repeat, Hide My Ass, IP Vanish, Strong VPN, Box VPN, 12 VPN, Go Trusted. So these are all VPN services that allow you to tunnel through the firewall of your company or college, access blocked websites, change your IP, change your location, and be completely anonymous on the internet. Yet another technique. So you had proxy servers, you had proxy bouncing, then you had VPN services. Yet another technique that allows you to unblock access to your favorite websites on the internet is something known as HTTP tunneling. So what exactly is HTTP tunneling and what's so cool about it? Now before I go through this, the theory written in this slide, let me actually explain the concept to you in very simple words. Imagine I'm a student in your college and your college has blocked access to certain websites and I want to access those websites. So what I will do is, at home, wherever I live, it could be in the same city or some other city. At home, I'll have a computer which is connected to the internet 24 hours a day. And when I'm in college, I will create a tunnel or a connection between the college computer and my home computer. And once I create the tunnel between the college computer and my home computer, using the home computer's internet connection, where nothing is blocked, I will then be able to access all my favorite blocked websites while I'm sitting on my college computer. So in my college, say youtube.com is blocked. So if I try to directly connect to youtube.com, since youtube.com is blocked, my college firewall will not allow me to connect to it. But my home computer is not blocked in my college because my home computer will have some random IP address, right? So using my college computer, I will connect to my home computer and my college firewall will not block me. And once I've connected to my home computer, nothing is blocked. So using my home computer, I can access YouTube, Facebook, or whatever else I want to do, and my college will have no idea. Because my college will think that I'm connecting to some random IP address, which is my home computer's IP address. But in reality, although yes, I'm connecting to the random IP address, I'm actually using that IP or using that computer to then connect to my favorite blocked websites on the internet. So that is what HTTP tunneling is all about. Let us assume that in your college or company, the FTP protocol is blocked or torrents are blocked. The firewall only allows HTTP traffic on port 80. All other ports are blocked. it is possible to encapsulate FTP or torrent traffic inside the HTTP protocol and bypass your college or company's firewall. So that is what HTTP tunneling is all about. Step number 1, you need to install the HTTP tunneling software server on your home computer that has unrestricted access to the internet. Nothing is blocked on your home computer. Step number 2, you install the HTTP tunneling software client. So the server is on your home computer. The client has to be installed on your college or office computer where internet access is restricted. Step number 3, now you form the following connection. You basically are running the FTP or the torrent software, which is then encapsulated into the HTTP tunneling client, encapsulated by the HTTP tunneling client into HTTP data packets. It sends the FTP or torrent traffic encapsulated into HTTP protocol via port 80 to bypass the firewall of your college. And then it reaches the HTTP tunneling server on your home computer, which then retransmits the traffic to the FTP or the torrent destination. Now you can use your college computer to access everything on the home network, including unrestricted internet. And some of the most powerful, some of the most popular HTTP tunneling software are the following. You have Tunnelizer, HTTP Port, HTTP Tunnel, and so on. Another very good HTTP tunneling software is a software called Super Network Tunnel. Super Network Tunnel is a commercial software that performs two-way HTTP tunneling. Not only can you access your home network from your college, but you can do the reverse as well. So imagine you're at home, but you want to access something that is stored on your college computer. Regular HTTP tunneling software is one way. So from your college, you can access your home machine, but not the other way around. So using Super Network Tunnel, you can actually do both, which is why it's far superior as compared to regular HTTP tunneling software. Another fabulous software which I like to recommend to all of you is Siphon. Siphon was created to fight the Chinese government. The Chinese government, as many of you may know, have a very bad habit of blocking all the fun websites on the internet. Facebook is blocked in China. YouTube is blocked in China. Most other interesting websites are blocked in China. Even my own website, ankitphare.com, is blocked in China.